Hey guys, welcome to part 3 of my DVD update, where this time I'm going to talk about all of my TV on DVD acquisitions. I figured this should take up a 7-minute video of its own. The first one I picked up, I only bought this because number 1, it's John Goodman and Carl Reiner. Number 2, because it was only $4 at Big Lots. And number 3, because it's a show that I never had a chance to see. And that is Father of the Bride. And this was an animated sitcom that NBC tried to do years ago. It was done by DreamWorks, and it was credited to the guys who created Shrek. Ironically, I don't see that on the front, but on the side it does say DreamWorks Pictures. And basically, it's a sitcom. It was an animated sitcom about the white lions who perform in Siegfried and Roy's act. Unfortunately, this show kind of hit bad timing because of the whole Siegfried and Roy tiger incident, and audiences, they didn't like it, but it has gained a following of people over the years. Like, I've only seen the first episode so far because I've been busy, but I thought this was hilarious when I sat down and watched. I was laughing my ass off, and I was sick, so that wasn't a good thing. I still have, like, a cough, you know? So, I'm kind of waiting until my health is back to normal before I watch the rest of this, because, like I said, I thought this was hilarious. Worth checking out, especially if you can find it at Big Lots. It's only $4 for all 14 episodes. 3 of them were never before seen, including the original pilot. So, worth checking out. This next one I picked up at work, like, literally the day before it was getting ready to be keyed out of our system, where we wouldn't be carrying it anymore. And that is Sabrina the Teenage Witch, the complete first season. Just so you guys know now, this show is one of my guilty pleasures. I grew up watching Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and this was a very special show to me growing up. Something I enjoyed, something that, now that I know it's on DVD, I'm going to pick up. This had Melissa Joan Hart playing Sabrina Spellman, a 16-year-old witch. Caroline Rhea, a comedian, was playing her Aunt Hilda. Beth Broderick, who I actually started to like after watching this show, played her Aunt Zelda. Nick Bakay, who worked on King of Queens and a bunch of other sitcoms and stuff. Seinfeld, he was in a few episodes of, I think. He plays the voice of Salem Saberhagen. This show has great guest stars. There was Raquel Welch, who guest starred. There was... in later seasons, like Dick Van Dyke guest starred, and there were just all kinds of guest stars. So this is a show, definitely keep an eye on these updates. I'll be talking about more seasons of this, you know. And speaking of Melissa Joan Hart, Clarissa Explains It All Season 1. This is the only season of this particular show that's on DVD. This was Melissa Joan Hart's big thing. Before she did Sabrina, she did this. And one day, somebody traded this in at my work, and by the time this thing was freaking processed, I had it in my pile of things to buy for the night. And I mean, it's like, it's cool the way it's packaged and stuff. You know, it's got a 90s feel. I always loved the rivalry between these two, Clarissa and her brother. And you can't get the other seasons of this show on DVD. They never put them out. They had talked about doing it, and they put this one out, and it must not have sold well, and they decided not to do the rest of the seasons. But I had to pick this up because, like I said, this another part of my childhood. If you know me, I'm very big on nostalgia. You could also argue I'm big on Nick. These next two that I'm going to go over, I'm just going over to cover my ass in case I didn't mention them in a previous update, although I could swear that I did, so I'm going to cover on them quickly. The Wild Thornberry Season 1. The Wild Thornberry Season 1 with Lacey Chabert, Danielle Harris, Tim Curry, Flea, Girl Talks to Animals. I could swear I did this in one of my DVD updates where I was wearing a red tank top. If I didn't, I'm going to go back and check later, and I might have to do like a little add-on where I talk about Kathy Griffin, The Cleveland Show, a few other things I picked up. And Rocko's Modern Life. The complete first season. Really cool disc art. The next one on my list to pick up is the Angry Beavers one that recently came out. This one has Carlos Alazraqui from Cat Dog, Tom Kenny from SpongeBob, Mr. Lawrence from SpongeBob, Charlie Adler from All Real Monsters, another show, part of my childhood, love, 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 love. And then this one I swiped, actually before it was officially released, and it is Hey Arnold, the complete first season. Got all original 20 episodes, you know, it's got Toran Codell from Recess, Dan Castellaneta from The Simpsons, Francesca Smith from Recess, and Jameel Walker-Smith from Stargate Universe. It's about a 7.5 hour DVD. It's got all the episodes. It's got Stoop Kid. In fact, if you want to know what episodes it's got Downtown is Fruits and Eugene's Bike, The Little Pink Book, and Field Trip. Arnold's Hat and Stoop Kid, Helga's Makeover in the Old Building, 6th Grade Girls in Baseball, Heat and Snow, Operation Ruthless and the Vacant Lot, The List and the Haunted Train, Mugged and Roughing It, Door 16 and Arnold is Cupid. If you're a huge fan of this show, it's great knowing what's on the discs. It's got Arnold's Christmas, which that's one of the few episodes of a TV show that can actually bring me to tears. It's got Benchwarmer and Cool Jerk, Das Subway and Wheeze and Ed, Tutoring Torvald and Gerald Comes Over, Spelling Bee and Pigeon Man, Olga Comes Home, and Sally's Comet, Abner Come Home and the Sewer King, False Alarm and World Records, Magic Show and 24 Hours to Live, and then Arnold's Valentine, which is the season finale. Definitely worth picking up. I hope they do the rest of the seasons for all of these shows on DVD. I love my classic Nicktoons. Love them. Up next is The Simpsons, the complete 20th season. I picked this up just because I wanted to get some recent Simpsons on DVD, and I admit the packaging is kind of cool if you look at it. I don't really like this DVD set though. I mean, I like having the new episodes and stuff, and even though there are a lot of people who complain and bitch about the new season and say, oh, the episodes aren't that good, or oh, this or oh, that, when you've been running for 23 years now, The Simpsons is going on, and they might actually be getting canceled if the actors don't take a pay cut. You didn't hear that from me. But when you've been running for 23 years, I'm expecting you to have a few little story repeats here and there and have some duds. Because after 23 years, that you've been going on forever. But I didn't like this because this seemed like it was really rushed. There's no commentaries, no bonus features, no making ofs, no deleted scenes, nothing. They didn't put any bonus material on this. That's why I'm glad I got this one cheap on sale. Because I would not have bought it at full retail price because of the lack of bonus features. I'm hoping that when they get around to number 20, season 20 on the DVD release chart, I think right now they're up to like 14 or 15. I hope when they do finally get to 20, they will re-release this with all kinds of bonus material. Because that would be great to have. And, you know, like new menus and stuff to fit in with the theme. And then finally, the last TV on DVD I have is Star Wars Clone Wars Volume 1. This is out of print, so to find Volume 2 I am going to have to scour eBay or something to try and find a cheap copy, which isn't going to be easy. And this features basically seasons 1 and 2 of Star Wars Clone Wars, which was a very short, like, it was a micro series on Cartoon Network that ran for 4 seasons. For example, this disc has a running time of 69 minutes. That's 2 seasons of the show. Growing up, this was another thing that I loved. Star Wars is my thing. I'm starting to watch episodes of Star Trek online, and I'm starting to like that. And I credit NerdGirl20 with getting me into Star Trek a little bit. I'll talk about her at the end of this when I'm doing my contact info. I'll give her a little shout out at the end. So yeah, this, if you can find this, it's out of print, so if you can find this, this is actually a really cool one to check out if you're a Star Wars nerd like I am. So anyway, I guess it's time to venture on to part 3, where I am going to talk about my horror films that I've purchased over the past couple of months. See you there.